Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And it's that time of month. It is time for the new January DicenDeal challenge. Yay! Woo! Okay, so if you've been playing along, then you know how this goes. If you haven't, I'll explain briefly while I shuffle the deck. I've already shuffled it, but it's important to me that it be very, very, very shuffled. So what we do is we roll the dice, and if it's between 4 and 12, then that's how many cards we'll pick out of this deck of cards, which is the Mixed Media Inspiration deck by Kiala Givehand. This is the second edition of the cards, and I do believe that they are still available on her website. So, then, after we've picked the cards, the number of cards that we're going to do, we pick up a card and we do that prompt until we're finished, and we create a piece of art or just a practice page of letting out the creativity. What you make does not have to be pretty or great or even like a picture. You can do all the things and make an abstract or a background that later on you'll put some focal images on. So I am starting with, I'm working in a journal where all the pages have been covered with wipe off and doodads and stuff. This one had a whole bunch of Sketchbox stickers on it. So I gessoed over those because I want to start with a white page, and I like having the stuff show through on the background. So we're going to shake these dice, and we need to have a 4 or higher, and that is how many cards we will pick out. We have, last year we got both a 4 and a 12, and they were both a challenge in and of themselves. Let's see what we get. 8! Oh, right. I was actually hoping for an 8 because for me, an 8 seems to be the perfect amount of cards. Okay, so you saw me shuffling these, and I'm just going to give them one of these, whatever you call them. And that is where we'll start. So we pick up one card at a time, and let's see what our first thing is. It is use an alphabet or word stencil. Now that's quite specific. Now I am a stenciler. I'm going to grab my stencils. Might as well show this off to you while I'm at it. This is a Totally Tiffany Spinder binder. It is 15 inches square, and it contains one of her spinders, which is attached into the binder with heavy-duty Velcro. And this is where I keep all my stencils, in one of these. So there's an alphabet. You know what? I'm going to use that because, okay, let me get this out. All right. So, I'm not going to do that back up because if I can use a stencil on any of these prompts, that's what I do. So these here are actually some letters that I punched out because they were just starting to come out anyways, so I punched them out and put them in a little baggie, but I decided to keep these and use them as stencils, and they're just flimsy cardboard. So after I used them a few times, I figured I could actually like use them as collage elements. Okay, so let me get my, oh, I haven't even got my paints ready to be using my dilutions. So I'm going to be using Calypso Teal. Okay. This one is starting to thicken up a bit. Make sure I spray that. Okay, so let's do some alphabet stencils. So you can use alphabet or words. if you don't have the stencils, then stamp it, alphabet or words. Here we go. So I am going to stick with that. So where's my dice? Okay, don't want to cover those up so that I remember to do 6. Okay, so that was our first one. Second card says skip the next 2 cards. So I'm not even going to look at them. So that's 1, 2. Okay. So this is the card we're following for number 2. Use stickers or rub-ons. Okay. So I don't have any rub-ons, but I will be back because I'm going to have to go look through my stickers. See you. Okay, so I ended up picking these stickers because I saw the teal that I'd already used, and of course the other colors all look great with it too. So, well, let's use this sticker. Use it up. I have no idea where these stickers came from. So let's maybe, well, I was thinking of filling in this space here, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we actually used 4 cards for step number 2. So we are on step number 3. And the card says, you know what? I have realized that these blank cards that say create your own is for you to put something on this card. Like put your own prompt on here. So what I'm going to do right now is we'll use it as a wild card and do whatever you want. But I'm going to keep this card out, and what I would like you to do in the comments is tell me what I should put on this card as a prompt. It doesn't matter if it's already in here. I'm not going to go through and check, but put your ideas in the comments and I will pick the one that I like because I'm the one who's writing it down. So yeah, do that. So do whatever you want at this point. Now I think that I'm going to dry this up and then I'm going to cover in the white because that bothers me if I end up having white in my background. So okay, so I have decided that I am going to watercolor in the background, and I'm going to use this light yellow right here. Now these are my Vicky Bouton watercolors, which I put into pans because I hate working out of tubes. Then I also added at the end some Van Goghs that I have in a tube too. So I got this 24 empty watercolor palette from AliExpress. So if you watch my AliExpress hauls, I do actually use the stuff that I get off of there. Oh boy, I need to make room. Well, I'm just going to have to work that way. Okay, so I've added a light wash of that on my page. One thing I didn't tell you guys was the brush that I'm using. This is a number 4 Princeton, and I don't know what style of brush it is, but I believe it's fashioned after a Chinese water brush or calligraphy brush or whatever they're called. So now I'm just going to get out my dryer and dry that up, so I'll be back with you in a minute. So at this point, since I've used watercolor, I have to pay attention that it is water soluble. So if I put anything, if I use anything wet on the yellow, it will lift it up or mix with it. So I just have to keep that in mind. Alright, so what happened to the cards? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I feel like I've picked up so many cards and we're only on 4, halfway there. Okay, so card number 4 is add doodles or text. I'll hold it up for you. Add doodles or text using a white pen or marker. Okay. Now, that's easy too. Where are all my white... Oh, I'm going to use a paint pen. Where are my paint pens? Okay, I'm back. I've decided to use a white Sharpie paint pen. The reason I chose this over Posca, which is my favorite, is that this is very old, and so if there's... I want to see if it still works, and if it does, I need to use it up. Okay, so... yeah, it's working just fine. I've had this for years, guys. It still works. Okay, so I need to doodle or add text. Well, I think maybe I'll just go with the flowers. That's it for me. Now, those don't show up very well because I've done them on such a pale background, but since I used a paint pen, it is water resistant, meaning that if I put something on top of those, it will act as a resist, and then they'll show up. So that's something else for me to keep in mind. One, 2, 3, 4. So we are going for step number 5 now. And it's another create your own. Okay, guys. So this means that we're going to use this as another do whatever you want. But I want you to put in the comments what you think I should write on here. And now I've got 2 of these. So I will pick 2 of the things that you guys suggest. And you can suggest more than one thing. So we're going to use that as a wild card. Do whatever you want. I think I need some more stenciling on here. And I think I will continue to go with the floral theme. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I found this stencil really quickly. This is the 4-inch from the Stencil Girl Club from April of 2018. And I'm going to use Tangerine Dream by Dilutions. So I am going to randomly stamp this over here. And remember, guys, this is a wild card, so do whatever you want. So that was step number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Step number 6. We are getting there. So I think I just got paint all over my cardigan. Oh well. I'm always covered in paint stains. Nothing new. Okay. Where are we? Oh yeah, I have to pick. So this is number, oh man, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys have really got to help me out. These create your own cards, I'm supposed to write on them what the prompt is. I'm supposed to make my own prompt. So now we've got 3 of these cards, guys. Leave down below in the comments what you think I should write on them. What should the prompt be? And I will pick 3 of them because we've got 3 cards and write them on these. So for now, it's going to be a wild card. Now as I look at this, I think I'd better put something that's going to be my focal point since there isn't one. And I only have 2 more cards to pick. So of course I do that. The next card will be a focal point. But I am just going to take a look through my images and I will be back. That looks good. I just wish it kind of went over. Then the other thing is I have these houses. And these were the December Stencil Girl. And they don't go. Oh, she needs to be going. I wonder what would happen if I did her like here. So that I don't like things centered. But she needs to be going over there a bit. Okay, I've decided I'm going to go with the Audrey Hepburn Stencil Girl, and I'm going to get out the glue and fix that before I forget. Okay, so I will be back with you when I am done. Ooh, that took me forever to do that step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 2 cards left. So that was my wild card, just in case I forgot where we are. But of course it hasn't been like an hour for you. It's been a miracle of video. It's been a second. Okay, so our penultimate card is draw, paint, stencil, or punch out circles. I think I will paint circles. But what color? Should I bring out the pink some more? Or to make it too colorful? Oh, what the heck. This is handy, so I'm going to use it. This is Liquitex Basics in medium magenta. Whoa. Way more than I anticipated coming out of there. Oh, it's a good circle brush. Okay, so that is 7 prompts, 3 of which were wild cards. So, our last card, and I am really hoping that it's going to be something simple because my page is extremely busy and I'm not loving it. So, I know whatever card we get is not going to totally fix this, but let's hope it doesn't totally wreck it. So our last card, folks, is use a sponge or makeup wedge to dab paint in random places. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh. Ah. Okay. So, not adding a new color at this point. I'm thinking of, I wonder if I can make a circle with my sponge by going like that. Oh yes, I can. Alright, so what color do we need more of? We don't need more of anything. Okay, so I think if I do 3 places, that will be random. Okay, so let's try it here and see what happens. Okay, good. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's make this one. Here. Am I cheating? I'm using a makeup sponge and I'm sort of dabbing. Now I think I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So that's it. We are finished. So what I'm going to leave you with is, remember these cards. It says create your own. So what I need to do is write our own prompt on there. And since we're all in this game together, I want you to leave in the comments any suggestions of what you think I should write down as the prompt. And out of all the suggestions, we did pick up 3 of these cards. So I will pick 3 of the suggestions and write 1 down on each card. So don't forget to do that before you leave. And I hope you enjoyed yourself and had fun and learnt something. If you don't like what you made, that's okay. You don't have to, but you went through the process and you may possibly have learnt something. And with mine, I don't love it, but I can't say I hate it because, I mean, it's got Audrey Hepburn on it, so, you know, can't hate it. I had some, I will say something that I learned is I had some problem placing my pink circles because I always do things in sets of 3. I know that is an art rule, but it's pleasing to my eye, and so I thought I'd put 3 on this side and 3 on this side, and then I realized that made 6 because I'd done it in a circle. So I put my random one out here to make it 7, but now there's 4 on this page, which is even. So yeah, that was my little trial, and I may have perhaps learned about not putting 6 around in a circle, so that got me in that. Okay, enough babbling because I just babble sometimes, and that is all. Please, if you made it to the end here, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And subscribe. The last time I checked, I had 777 subscribers, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway when I get to 1,000. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll be there for when I make the announcement, which hopefully will be this year, this new year. It's 230 25 or so subscribers I need to get, so could take me all year. But if you tell your friends and they subscribe, it could be pretty soon. So in the meantime, I would like to say have a nice day and bye!